Using Technology, Teacher Edition. This informational training video will discuss using technology as a teacher, intellectual rights and property, and using social media both personally and within the classroom. As teachers, we use technology every single day and integrate technology into our lessons. It's important not only to teach our students how to use technology properly and safely, but to also use it ourselves properly and safely. What do you know about technology? To start off, we will break into groups and discuss our views of technology use. Take about 10 minutes to talk about the following questions. What is technology? What technology do you use within your own classroom? Is technology a vital resource in your room and lessons? What are the most important points you stress to your students when they use technology? Do you have lessons which teach digital citizenship? Do you feel your students are prepared to safely and properly use technology? Do you feel that you safely and properly use technology yourself? What would be something you would like to learn more about technology? Once finished, continue the video to learn more about technology use for teachers. Using technology as a teacher. Technology is an essential part of successfully preparing students to be 21st century learners. And with using technology comes the responsibility to be a good digital citizen. Rules for using technology within your classroom. Always supervise technology use in the classroom. Check sites before having students use the site themselves. Be aware of all school policies regarding technology and abide by them. Know what you can and cannot use for your lessons, intellectual rights and property, copyrights, etc. Set rules for students using technology and make sure they are aware of these rules that need to be followed. It is also important to keep in mind that all school devices are property of the district. Any iPads, computers, etc. that are distributed by the district belong to the district, and they are allowed to see what these devices are being used for. Always be aware of what sites you and your students are visiting when using the internet at school. Can I use it? In a group or individually, decide which kinds of media require permission and citations when using them. A collection of poems, a YouTube video about plants, the Kidz Bop 40 album as background music for a PowerPoint, using images on Google for a blog post. For all of these examples, they should have citations and/or permission when using them. Intellectual rights and property. Intellectual rights allow people to protect their creations and inventions, including literary work, art, music, designs, symbols, and other forms of media. Intellectual property is the physical or digital product which can be protected by copyrights, patents, trademarks, and database rights. Modeling the correct way to cite sources and media in the classroom is just as important as teaching students how to do this. Part of using technology is correctly citing where we find our sources for our papers, projects, and other works. Violating copyright laws is a federal offense, and it is important to be aware of copyright laws and fair use. A few copyright guidelines. Copyright rules apply to literature, music, videos, art, etc. Check the Teach Act to see what sources can be used. Do not include only a link for the source. Cite it properly. Displaying, publishing, performing, profiting, and redistributing copyrighted material is a violation of copyrights. When using any media that is bought, always check what you are allowed to use it for. For example, some audio may be used for a PowerPoint, but not a video on YouTube. Essentially, everything is copyrighted, with or without notice. Ask permission to use another's work. Do not just put a quotation or link. Some sources and media can be used without the creator's permission if used for a transformative purpose, also known as fair use. Examples of fair use include 1. Commentary or criticism, such as reviews, or 2. Parody. When in doubt, ask permission to use work that you find. Social media within the classroom. Social media can be a great tool to use within the classroom to connect with parents and students, create fun and engaging lessons, and learn about the world. It's important, though, to not only teach students how to safely use social media, but to also use it safely yourself. Students will be using technology inside and outside of the classroom, so it is important to instill proper technology use, so when students do use technology, they do it safely. Important things to remember when using social media and other sharing platforms. Be aware of any technology policies and abide them. Respect the privacy of the students. Always adhere to the Children's Internet Protection Act, CIPA, and Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA. Supervise any technology use. Any internet use should be overseen by the teacher. Promote positive digital citizenship. Never post names or personal information of students without written consent from parents. If contacting parents or students through social media, always do this on the school server and not at home. Social media at home. As educators, we are the face of our districts and a role model for the students we teach. It is vital that our social media presence is respectful. A few tips when using social media for personal use. Never be disrespectful towards the district, co-workers, students, or parents. Keep all media rated G or PG, tweets, images, etc. Do not post personal information such as your phone number or address. Do not friend students or parents on social media platforms. Keep all posts positive and stay away from negative posts. You never know who knows who and who can see what you post on social media. Social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are all public domains that can be accessed by anyone, and although they can be set on privacy settings, always think about what you post because there is the possibility it could get back to the district or a parent. Viewers can take screenshots of the media post and share with others. Number 1. What is an example of fair use? A. Parody. B. Podcast. C. Image from Google. Number 2. Physical or digital products which can be protected by copyrights, patents, trademarks, and database rights are A. Abstract property. B. Free to use. C. Intellectual property. Number 3. Copyright rules apply to A. Music, B. Books, C. Videos, D. All of the above. Number 4. It is okay to friend a student on Facebook. A. True, B. False.